It's fun.
What's up, Buckeye Nation? You're tuned in to the Buckeye Cast, coming at you loud and proud, bringing strong opinions and salty humor to Ohio State football. These fellas were born and bred in the Buckeye State, and their brand of banter is guaranteed to entertain and excite you. But if you're not a Buckeye, don't bother. Visit us at thebuckeyecast.com and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at The Buckeye Cast to stay up to date on all things Ohio State football. And be sure to subscribe on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher. Now here's your host, Joe Warwick.
What's up, Buckeye Nation? Here it is. This is Week 12. You know what it's all about. It's about that shithole up north. It was a
hate.
Bring it. It was a brutal slugfest with Sparty. So let's get into it quickly and recap that, and then we'll touch on those pole smokers up north. All right, let's go to you, Jeff. A quick highlight from the Michigan State game.
Not very much, but we forced the turnovers we needed to. When we got the turnovers we needed. That was the best thing for our defense. Other than that, I have nothing really good to say about the offense. 2 key interceptions right when we needed them. Biggest highlights for me.
Good take from a DB. Henry, you got a similar DB take?
I mean, hey, the secondary played great. But I got to tell you, I'm not, the weather, once again, shitty. Seems like we've been through that a bunch this year. Play calling, once again, shitty. Seems like we've been through that a bunch this year. It concerns me. When are we ever going to perform in this weather? And when are we getting out coached? I'm starting to wonder now, or is JT Barrett not effective when there's any weather? I don't know if it's the play calling, but I look at this shit and I see Samuel gets 8 touches. It reminds me of last year where Zeke got like 11 in this game and we lost.
Exactly.
We're playing. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Every time we go into the same, little hole and we can't get out, and then no one's got any creativity. We've done it 3 or 4 times this year. We could have lost other games, and it's ridiculous. I don't understand it, and we better straighten it out.
I agree 100%. We did have 2 100-yard rushers with Weber and JT.
Hats off to Weber.
Yep, he played banged up and had the early fumble, which was a terrible. He was going down and fucking landed on a dude's knee, and that kicked the ball out. He was almost down. It was so close, but anyway.
Yeah, I almost don't count that against him as much as as Blake. I mean, it's a freak thing. It was right square in the kneecap, like you said.
He wasn't carrying the ball low or something and getting hit by a safety and popped.
Right. It wasn't careless.
Right. So not a big deal there, but still. So we had the 200-yard rushers, and JT passing had a robust 86 yards. Again, I am going to hammer this point with JT's arm. I know he wants to say his arm's strong and it's gotten stronger since he came in, but I argue the opposite. He has not gotten stronger. His arm is weak. He can't throw a fucking 5-yard screen pass without it fluttering. Come on, man.
That pass to Samuel out in the flat?
Yes.
Good night.
Yeah.
Sean, to your point, is it out coaching, or is it JT can't throw in the weather? I think because he can't throw in the weather, the play calling and it gets they get so conservative because they honestly feel they can't trust him through the air because he's proven we can't trust him through the air. So that's why the play calling turns to JT Barrett 25 or 26 carries for 105.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He
had bullshit like
10 more carries than Weber, for Christ's sake.
I know. And 20 more than Samuel.
Yep. Exactly.
I mean,
and I agree 100%.
He's effective.
Why are we saving Samuel?
I don't think it's a product of saving him. I think it's just the ultra conservative play calling of give it to the power back or let the quarterback keep it.
We went into this game with the same game plan as last year and played to lose this game. I cannot believe. I mean, I got to tell you, D'Antonio gifted us that one by going for 2.
I told Joe, what did I text you?
Yeah.
As soon as the exact same thing, Sean. I said we got lucky. D'Antonio outsmarts himself sometimes.
Yeah.
Because
he was us, and then he outcoached himself.
I'll tell you, my opinion is very similar, but I also think he saw us walk down the field on his D line the previous drive, and he's like, "That's probably going to happen again, and they're going to at least get a field goal out of this." So,
knowing your,
I heard what he said, and fuck.
Knowing you're out, he knows the talent level, and he knows he's outmanned. So he's probably thinking we got to go for it now because we might not give. I can't count on my defense to get another stop.
I read he said earlier in the week before the game if they had a chance to win it late, they were going to go for it. So I mean, I just
at the same time when you're 3-7 and it's the number 2 team in the country, I'd fucking go for it
you're at home. The weather conditions have been setting up for you. You guys have been looking pretty good against us all day. If you get the wind and all you got to do is make a play or 2.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, I would have
play or 2. I think they got a better chance in overtime than they do of making that 2-point conversion.
I don't know, but at that 2-point conversion, that play, if I'm calling a 2-point conversion, the fucking ball is going in L.J. Scott's hands.
I was so fucking worried. Yes. Oh, my God.
I mean, somehow someone's figuring out a way to get him the ball.
Yes.
And only L.J. Scott's hands.
Yep. Yeah, I was shocked they threw it.
I know. I thought they were going to run him. He ran down the field on us.
Yeah. It made no sense. Were they trying to catch us off guard or something? I didn't understand that call. And fortunately, we dropped back in coverage and made the play. Worley and Hooker. Not sure who got credit with the pick.
Hooker, yeah. Hooker did.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
They don't call it a pick. They don't call it an interception on the box score, though.
Oh, is it just a
failed 2-point conversion?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a failed conversion.
All right. Well,
I guarantee you, Hooker claims it as an interception.
We got damn right. Look, it is. You caught that ball. That's mine.
Right.
That's why them DBs always intercept balls they shouldn't. They're like, I'm taking that ball. I don't care. It'd have been better to drop it. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Whoever that dipshit was on the call, too, he said, Eric Smith with the pick. I said, who the fuck let him on the field?
He was on the field the prior play, actually. He was on the field. So, but I think they got confused because they saw Worley's 3 and Hooker's 4, and they're like, 34. But
right. Not impressed. I mean, we played like not to lose, not to go. Let's go flex our muscle on these guys.
Yeah.
L.J. Scott murdered us.
He went for 200, right?
160 on the ground and 76 in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And pair of touchdowns.
I'll tell you what.
And I mean, the two of those plays were 120 or 130 of those yards, but
60-yard plays plus. Yeah. Those were those big plays where they took advantage of our aggressiveness and threw those little. He had the throwback screen on the weak side that went for the 60 plus, and then the one run play that was well blocked, and we didn't set the edge,
and we missed the tackle.
Yep.
But that first play to Scott,
the run play. I'm telling you what, if you ever get the courage to go back and watch that shit game, watch L.J. Scott's run that was 60-something yards. Quan's feet didn't move until the guard was hitting him, and it was that indecisive shit that he was doing weeks ago, and that worries me too.
He got sucked in. Mm-hmm. He got sucked in like he was sliding inward towards the center, and the play was bouncing outside of him. And there was nobody out there.
I'll bet you from where he started that play, his feet never moved a foot until that running back was going by him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it was.
You're right. Yes, I saw the replay and I was like, oh my god. But I tell you what though, that first touchdown, Scott, the little swing pass, throwback, brilliant play design.
Yep.
Brilliant play call.
Why can't we do that?
I don't know. We got as good athletes as LJ Scott. We got a whole bunch of them. But I was looking at it,
and we're not faster, so teams have to cheat over.
Yeah. Anyways, we got to win. I don't think it's going to affect us in the polls. Are they going to flip flop us in Michigan 2 and 3? I don't give a fuck. It'll all get settled next Saturday or this Saturday. So
yeah, I don't see how somebody jumps over us and knocks us down a peg. I don't see how that would take place with Louisville losing, Clemson doing nothing impressive really. So I think we're in good shape as far as the polls go. Yeah.
I think the top four stay the same, and then they're gonna let this Saturday determine, going into the conference championship games. But the top four is gonna stay the same. Now, what the numbers are, it doesn't matter. We beat Michigan, we're fine. Whether we're fucking 2 or 4, we're gonna have to play Michigan Saturday, and it's all gonna get settled. Yeah. So I could care less what the rankings.
I think the topic that our destiny is not in our own hands is debatable, because I think we definitely control our destiny, and just winning out, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, is all we have to do.
I couldn't agree more.
Yes.
I was arguing with fucking Jans. He doesn't agree. Jans don't know shit. Hope you're listening, Jans. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Jans.
Doubtful.
Jans, you don't know dick.
Yeah, Jans hasn't given us a thumb up on Facebook yet, so I'm not too concerned he's listening.
Facebook friends with you boys?
Subscribe, bitch. Subscribe.
I'm friends with Ginger.
Anyway,
everybody is. This has really digressed into a Tiffin locale match.
But anyway, no. So
this is inside. This is inside of State.
I had an argument with one of our friends and he thinks that Ohio State could get knocked out. He's like, if Penn State wins the Big Ten against Wisconsin, then they would go before Ohio State. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. They still might get left out, but there's no way they leave Ohio State out. No way.
No. That's a terrible take, and that person doesn't know what the hell they're talking about.
Not when you beat 3 of the top 8 teams. Right. You lost to one of the other ones. Our resume is as good. Our resume after Saturday is going to be better than anyone in the country. Not even close.
I think if Penn State beats Wisconsin for the championship, I think that puts 2 teams in the Big Ten in.
I think either one of them could get in.
Wisconsin could too. Yeah. Because that LSU win for Wisconsin, that's carried Wisconsin all season.
Yeah.
And playing both of us tough, Michigan and Ohio State.
Oh yeah.
But they deserve to be 4th. I mean, the only way it'd work out, I think, is obviously Bama's probably going to finish 1. They could probably lose against Auburn and still be 1.
Yes, they're going to be 1. They're going to be number 1. Yeah. I don't see how.
You can't have the 2 Big Ten teams play each other the first round. That would kind of suck.
No,
I think it's bullshit.
We beat Michigan. We'll be 2. Penn State or Wisconsin could slide into 4.
Definitely.
If one of them dominates the other one, say, like a blowout, like what happened in Wisconsin 2 years ago, like a blowout one way or another. That could definitely. But then they'll keep them 4. Then they'll give us They'll let that winner, take care of or battle with Alabama. We take on Clemson, which I want so bad. I so bad want to match up with Clemson. We owe them fuckers 1 too.
Well, yeah, they're not going to match us up with another Big Ten team, like go 2-3 on us. So
right.
Yeah, it makes sense for us to do a Clemson or Bama first in the first round, and then whoever's left, Bama probably.
But I tell you what, though, we got to get our shit together because Michigan's got way more talent than Michigan State.
Yeah, they do.
What's the forecast for Saturday? I heard 43 and sunny. Is that either you got any?
Every day I look,
else?
it gets better. Last I saw mid 40s, like partly sunny. I don't know, that have some clouds on it. But I don't know what the wind is. The wind's the one thing that I'd be curious about. But if that's, not so bad, I like our chances.
Yeah.
Michigan didn't blow the fucking doors off Saturday either. I mean, their quarterback, he doesn't look like he doesn't look like.
And they're still playing those games with Spate. They're saying that he's day to day. Harbaugh's playing this bullshit. Such a fucking bullshitter, man.
I don't give a fuck.
That
put him
kid's
in.
playing. He's not fucking playing. But regardless,
I heard it's not broken. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
they are so full of shit, and he's got the reporters up their ass. He's like probably feeding them free dinners or glasses of milk or something with their steaks. They are so full of shit, and they're feeding the beast. They're feeding his agenda to us and to the rest of the world.
Well, he was dressed in full pads, with a broken collarbone.
He was throwing the ball.
You should have that shit set already.
He could have all the quarterbacks out there before the game last week. They put them all out, dressed them all.
I know, but he was throwing balls.
Right. But
you can't do that with a broken clavicle, or so I'm told.
He's a fucking asshole. His team's a bunch of fucking
well,
assholes.
Finally, something we can fucking agree on.
Right.
And that kid ain't playing. That kid ain't playing. And the first time he gets hit, he's dead. That clavicle's going through his neck. For real.
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna rush the kid out there with a potential really, really catastrophic injury, he's gonna get fucked up. Somebody on our defense is gonna blow him the fuck up. So put him out there and watch his shoulder fall down to his ankle. Whatever.
Let somebody.
I don't give a fuck.
Let somebody.
Leave either one of them out there.
Roll over him. Taekwon Lewis rolls over him. Done. Okay, that kid doesn't worry me at all. If he's their best quarterback, then they're in big fucking trouble. And that corny guy,
I'm not worried about either of these guys.
He's going to need to throw more than 6 completions? Is that what he had last week? 6? Yeah, he's going to need a few more than that. And
but you look at, and that might be the other thing back on the quarterback play, is that nobody in the Midwest that played a game on Saturday threw the ball well. You just couldn't. It was too windy, too shitty. So we were really hard on Barrett, but shit, he completed more than a few of these other Big Ten quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. We were talking about, Michigan. I was following Jonah Booker on Twitter, responding to something he said. Yep. He said we got to load the box against O'Korn, load the box, put our corners on an island, put 8 in the box, and make them try to burn us. Mm-hmm. And I tweeted him back. I said, well, I think that's exactly Michigan's going to be their game plan as well.
Yeah. And this is going to turn.
They're going to stack the box.
It's going to turn into a game between the 30s. Between the 30-yard lines of just slugging your D line against our O line and back and forth, and quarterbacks.
And our O line's got to get more push. We got to be able to move the line of scrimmage. I mean, this game, I think, more than most years, because most years, the last decade, we've just had more talent, and we've just been better. Yeah. And it's just a matter of getting our shit together and finally showing it, later on in the game. This game, front seven, the front sevens versus the O lines, we're close to being even. I think we got more speed, but they got more. I think they can run the ball just as well as we can, in my opinion. Yeah. So it's who's going to want it more in the trenches. Our O line's got to get more push. They got to.
I know everybody's giving Pat Elflein all these accolades and Outland this and finalists there. He's looked like shit a couple weeks, making some boneheaded freaking moves, man.
The penalties are killing us. His blocking may be perfect, but he's made some. He had two key penalties last week, and then that
big hold
foul the week before. These were timely penalties, late in the game.
I mean, we have him so because he's such a good lineman. Yeah. I mean, we have him. He pulls on a lot of our counters,
right?
Our counter tackles and stuff. Usually, you don't have your center pulling, but he's such a good athlete at the position. We have him pulling, but he's getting beat to the point of attack, and he's fucking tackling guys. Yeah. On that whole thing in the third quarter, I think it was. He didn't have a choice but to tackle the guy because he couldn't get there in time. Yeah. Now, I don't think our guards, either one of them, are really fleet of foot. So maybe we just don't.
They're road pavers. He's definitely faster than them.
Right. It just, I understand putting him at center because we, losing Bourne, moving him over, but it just we got to be able to get him in the position to make the block, not just getting him out there and hoping our running back doesn't get too far ahead of him. It seems like that's, he's just not, from his position, he's not fast enough to get out into the position that he needs to be to make the key block. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not. I haven't been impressed with Elflein. I mean, he has his plays where he manhandles people, but
he's
not
solid. But I wouldn't say he's made it down to the top 3. I mean, maybe I'm don't have a trained enough eye, and I probably don't to judge his O-line. But is he solid? Yeah, top 3 in the country. Okay.
I guess. A lot of that shit comes on name recognition. If he would have went pro last year, he probably would have been a first, second rounder.
I think a first rounder, maybe. I think 2 to 3 probably.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I read today.
Game's gonna be in the trenches, boys.
Exactly.
Game's gonna be won in the trenches.
I read today that Michigan's been practicing for the Buckeyes since October 15th. So that's
1915.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. So anyway,
1915. They've been practicing.
Oh.
October 15th, 1915.
Yeah.
Get it, man.
Gotcha. They have been practicing that long. Yeah. So it's obvious that they're gearing up for us. They're saying that Jordan Lewis is going to follow Curtis Samuel around on Saturday, so we'll see.
Good luck, Jordan.
Well, that's cool.
I know.
Yeah, I don't
You're
know.
Exposed, about to get exposed.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to change things. I mean, if Samuel's catching passes and he's got a little corner on him, he's going to run through that kid. So.
And anyway. Is Jordan Lewis is he turning into a run stopper too? Because when we put him in the backfield with Weber, what's he doing?
Well, we have to do that, and that's the key. We have not.
Right, that's my point. Is he's just gonna blitz every time? He's just gonna blitz the Samuel side every time Samuel gets in the backfield? That's cool.
Well, you know what? The way we called the game last week, Monte Nicholson, their safety at Michigan State had 13 tackles. So I hope the hell we have a different game plan than that. Where you can be effective blitzing the safety damn near every fucking down.
Yeah. I'm tired of seeing these safeties just walk up and come up unimpeded and making plays in the backfield or on the edges, and we're not even challenging them over the top.
Right? We're gonna have to. I mean, at some point we're gonna have to. Whether you're gonna have to at least try it. And if we're going to try it, let's just try it with Noah Brown.
Yeah. Somebody.
I don't give a shit.
Victor.
Just take a 2-step drop and throw it. Mm-hmm. Throw it up to where Noah Brown is going.
Yeah.
Let him worry about trying to find it or come back to it or whatever the fuck.
That's all on JT, man. That's the shit I've been saying, and it's the frustrating part with him. I don't think he's got the accuracy. Take the wind out of the equation. He hasn't had the accuracy all year. I've seen calm wins, and he's throwing behind guys still.
Yeah.
Like way behind guys.
I agree.
He's way too inconsistent because, I mean, like in some of those passes in the Oklahoma game, some of those touchdowns were fucking dimes. I mean, perfect passes. Earlier in the year, he hit some guys right in stride. crossing routes, right? You know,
rarely. Once in a while, he'll hit the intermediate route in stride, but he doesn't hit anybody deep in stride ever.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about some of those post corner routes and stuff.
I've seen him
but no, I mean,
he misses a lot of guys, especially over the middle. I don't think he can see over the fucking lineman. I think that's the problem.
Another thing I picked up from that game, when he's in the shotgun and he gets the ball and there's a pass, he doesn't drop any further. He almost steps towards the line of scrimmage. He was like 3 feet away from the lineman at a lot of those throws. The ones that, why is it? But it seems like by design he's not dropping back,
right?
Because he did it over and over and over again. I said, what the fuck? Can't get back a little further? You might have a little clearer line of sight. But did you guys notice that he was he was right up by the line of scrimmage throwing the ball?
I thought he was throwing a jump pass sometimes. He was so close, you know. He had taken a step towards the line versus a drop back step.
All these D linemen, they all are trained to. If you're not gonna, you know, if you're gonna 1,000 blitz, and if you're not, just jump up. I mean. We've had way too many balls batted down and deflected this year.
I put that on JT's height, and trying to throw around guys. You got to find lanes. They got to make lanes for you to throw when you're a shorter guy, a la Drew Brees or somebody like that. You know, they don't just keep the defender's hands down as O linemen. You make lanes. You know, you open things up.
He's listed bigger than Drew Brees, and I think. Please. And I don't. He doesn't look 6'2" to me.
Not at all. He might be 6.
He's 6. He's probably 6'1".
But
he throws like he's 5'9".
Right.
So
we gotta get him sideways. We gotta get him going sideways. We gotta get him going vertical. We gotta.
One thing talking about
defense runs
D-line and knowing your shit. Our D-line, I noticed. At least a couple times when we're in that Rushman package, we need to have Quan or somebody stay home because we'll have all 4 guys upfield and that quarterback ran for a long first down on that one.
Yep.
And
that's a good point. A linebacker or somebody needs to be spying the quarterback if they're going to do that.
Someone's got to stay home because they were all upfield. Like,
you're right. Yep.
I don't even think he wanted to do it, but he's like, shit, man, ain't nobody in front of me.
Might as well, yeah.
Right, and that O'Corn guy is a better runner. But he's not an athlete that we need. You know, any of our linebackers, I feel Worley, Baker, or Raekwon, whichever in our dime or sub packages, any of them should be able to stay with that quarterback that they're fucking wheeling out.
But he tried it another time, and our guys were so quick. I forget which one it was. I don't know if it was Hubbard or whatever. They caught him and tackled him at the line of scrimmage anyway.
Right. Yeah. Michigan's not going to put in. I don't think Michigan's going to put in a quarterback that can run like Michigan State's backup.
I'll bet you Peppers takes 10 snaps this game. They're going to pull out all the stops.
At least. He's going to get 15 to 20 touches, I bet.
And I don't think
he's going to get a lot. I think I'm with you.
And he's going to throw one of those balls. He's going to throw one.
Yeah, he almost did last week against Indiana. Pulled it down. I didn't believe he was going to throw on that play, but he tested the waters and put it out there. So that's interesting.
Keep a man. We got to keep somebody on Jake Butt.
Yeah. So
that dude's had. It seems like he's been there like 8 years, and he always has a good game against us.
Sure. We gotta get into some predictions here. I mean, I want to bang on Michigan all night long, but I just don't have all night long. So let's get into some predictions, Henry. What do you got for a score in Columbus?
Man, I think I'm gonna get rid of my negativity.
Oh.
It is hate week.
Hate. Or you're enhancing your negativity. Which one?
I think we cover this week. I'm going 28-10 Buckeyes.
Oh, nice. I like that. So you think we dominate that game, huh? From start to finish?
I do. I do. I think that
close.
It could even get worse than that. It could look more like last year's game. I think we can get up on these guys and step on their fucking throat.
Take them into deep waters. Yeah, I like that.
I think so. With their quarterback situation, get them. It's going to take it's going to take a couple turnovers by the defense, but I think that's in us to do it. I know Michigan doesn't turn that over much, but they haven't been forced like we're going to force them.
Yeah. Jeff, what do you got?
I don't know if this game's going to live up to the hype as the 06 game.
Oh
that's
yeah,
one of the best games I watched.
Documentary's on tonight. Don't forget.
Oh fuck, I did forget. I'm gonna go 31-24, Buckeyes.
31-24. Okay, sounds good. That sounds like a lot of points for Michigan against a good defense. They don't put up a lot of points. So.
Devin Gardner put up some points against us. For some fucking reason, this shit happens.
All right, I got you.
It does.
I'm gonna
Fuck
go
him in his '98 jersey.
Oh,
old number 98, man.
It's terrible. I'm going to go 31-9.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with the 0. Go with the shutout. Show some balls.
I would love to. I know they're going to get a big play from either Davion Smith or Jabril Spicy Peppers. So I think they'll get 3 field goals. And that's it. I don't think they get in the end zone.
I don't think their kicker's good enough to make 3 field goals.
Bingo! You're on to something there, Jeff.
I think they get in the end zone. They try some wacky shit, fucking 2-point conversions, and we stuff one. Maybe they get one. There's gonna be some weird shit happening.
I hope we're beating them so bad that. We go for 2.
Do they pull out some bullshit?
We go for 2 at the end.
Do they pull out the Calvert playbook a la Sparty? Is my question. Or
Sparty? Did they leave anything in that book? They did everything.
Oh, dude.
They do every year, I feel like, though.
They do. And we never see it coming. Like, especially in the fourth quarter.
How many times are they going to get that fake pump on us?
Yeah. So
that was ridiculous. For the record, there were 5 holds on that fake punt.
Yeah. There were a lot of holding calls that were not called. That was outrageous.
But if Michigan's going to do the same fucking thing. I mean, if the refs aren't going to see it, though, Michigan State was holding every play.
Right.
Everyone wants Michigan. It's Ohio State versus the world this week. Yeah. Michigan's everyone's sweetheart. Comeback Harbaugh story. Buckeyes versus the world. Fuck them.
I got a list of phone numbers I got on speed dial. I will be fucking chomping at the bit to call these dumb dicks.
Well, Harbaugh has that commercial now, so he's become the national dandelion. So, do you want to touch on some microscopes quickly in a minute or less?
Yeah.
Right. You got somebody?
Real quick, yeah. I got Weber. I think Weber's going to need. He was the one shining star I thought of this last week's game, and I think he's going to need to do the same. We can't abandon the run with our running back. I know JT wants to run it 35 times, but let's give Weber some carries. I'm really looking for Weber to have a good game like he did this and keep up the running hard, and hopefully that shoulder feels all right. On defense, after I saw Stone Feet Quan, it's back on him. Michigan isn't going to give up on the run either. They're going to run the fucking football, and it's on Quan to fill the gap, disrupt the play. Don't let the guy get on you behind, 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's stupid.
I always support filling a gap. What do you got on Jeff? What do you got on offense?
Real quick, last week, Dayton, a Hubbard kid, very, very motivated against Ohio State. With the whole recruiting thing with Weber. Had a long talk with Urban at midfield after the game. I want to see what Mike Weber does as well, being a Detroit kid. Mm-hmm. He's going to be playing against some kids he probably played with in high school. And I'm glad he's going to be at home, so he has the support.
He was committed to Michigan at one point, wasn't he?
I think he might have.
Yeah, he was.
He's a verbal, yeah. So hopefully he's playing in Columbus, so I have the support from the crowd. Mm-hmm. Hopefully he does have this big game. It's got to be on the O-line and the D-line across the board. We got to be able to stop the run, and we got to be able to run. If we have any chance of going up top, we got to be able to run the ball and control it first. Yep. So Weber, and then fucking Hogs up front, them slobs.
Can I see Samuel get more than 8 touches too?
Exactly.
Please.
That's where I'm going.
That's all I'm asking.
That's where I'm going.
In a variety, in every variety possible. Yeah. You can't don't just run him on the draw. Don't just run him on the dive option. Don't just run him down a fucking 9 route.
No.
Let him do anything and everything. Put him on a showcase.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with my microscope. Number 1 on offense is Curtis Samuel, and which indirectly is pointing towards the coaches more than him. He needs his max touches. I don't care if it's 15, 20, 100, whatever. Give him the goddamn ball. And I agree with you, Sean, on Weber. You got to feed the beast. The kid is still running hard. I have no qualms about putting the game in his hands either. But I think Samuel is the game changer, as he has all year.
Agreed. And one thing with his 8 touches, a couple of those came when we gave up that drive going into halftime that were just garbage, completely wasted touches.
Right. Yeah, it was indecisiveness on that drive. As far as the coaching was concerned, it seemed to be like, do we go for it? Do we go for it? We just, do we just run out the clock? It was very annoying. So, anyways, my microscope on the D is the D line. We have to stop the run. That is it. And even the front 7, if you want to expand it out that way, we have to stop the fucking run. There's no 2 ways about it. Let that O'Korn guy try to beat us. Please.
Yep.
So that's it. Yeah. I got nothing else. I am so furious.
It's awesome. Big game.
Yeah. I have so much hate in my heart against those people. I can't go into too many stories right now. It's just I think about Woody.
It's unhealthy. You need to see a doctor.
I think about Woody and Earl and Tress, and I did not mention Cooper, and I just think about the legacy of beating these fuckers and how meaningful it is and how great it feels every fucking year. And that's something we got to stick with and continue.
I think about Cooper a lot because that's built my fucking hatred for them assholes. Yeah. Every year we were better than them, and Cooper couldn't fucking deliver. Yeah. That built my fucking hate. So fuck them boys up north.
We got a new guy. We got this. I'm telling you, there was no way. Last week was our scare game. I told everybody. I was more scared of Michigan State. I knew they'd play us tough. I knew the weather's going to be shitty. Yeah. No way Meyer's letting Harbaugh win in our house. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's go, Buckeye Nation. Let's close this bitch down. I know this was a short version this week, but it's a fucking holiday week. We got turkey to eat and stuffing to stuff. So
shit to do, man.
Yeah. Got beers to drink. Yeah. Henry's got stuff to smoke. So let's get it. Come on now. Let's
make the world a better place.
Punch a Michigan fan in their face.
Wolverine in his face.
Yeah. And you see the shirt I sent you guys today? On a quiet night in Ohio, you can hear Wolverines crying. So let's make Michigan our bitch again. All right, boys? Let's get this.
There you go.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Sean Henry, up there in Michigan. Coming to you
Have
from
a
Detroit.
Thanksgiving. Thankful Thanksgiving, y'all. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Jeff, over in Orlando, coming with the hate, straight hate for the scum.
He's a gobble gobble jive turkey. As fucking Harbaugh once said, motherfucker. We'll see you Saturday, bitch.
That's right. We're gonna dump a glass of milk on your fucking head, Harbaugh. All right, boys. I appreciate you guys. Let's knock this bitch out. Let's go, Buckeye Nation. Let's get it
Peace.
up. And let's be loud and proud in the shoe and knock these fuckers out. Get them out of Columbus ASAP. Good talking to you guys. Good show.
Later, bro.
Bye.
All right.
That's it.